Hi, friends. I'm Jornea Armant, an educator innovation lead at Team Flipgrid. This entire video was created with Flipgrid, so it'll give you an idea of what you and your students can create every day to be able to share your voice and also learn and grow from one another. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start here at flipgrid.com. Your educator account is 100% free. So sign up for Flipgrid using your Microsoft or Google email address. And students do not need accounts to use Flipgrid. All they're going to need is a code that you will give them once you set up your grid and your topics. So Flipgrid is all about social learning, as we see here. It's a beauty when students share their voice, can learn from one another, and also keep the conversation going beyond the four walls of the classroom. And now that we are in remote learning situations, we're seeing students use Flipgrid for almost everything. So Flipgrid can be used from pre-K to PhD and beyond. Educators basically create a grid, then start creating topics for students to discuss. Finally, students share their work in very creative ways using the features that's embedded within Flipgrid. And then that's when the magic happens. The creativity shines and student ideas are put on that grid for others to enjoy and to learn from. So we do know that many families are also taking a major role in their child's education right now. And so you also can invite family members to the discussion within Flipgrid as well. We have the option to do Flipgrid AR, and there's a disco library because we know learning is a party where educators are submitting their best topics and other educators are finding their next topics to use within their grid. And there's over 14,000 now ready for you to explore. And so anywhere from partners to featured educators, this area is gold. There's also Grid Pals. So if you're looking to connect your students with other classrooms, check out Grid Pals for a way to build global empathy and connect your classrooms. So let's get started with how to actually create grids and topics. So we're going to log into our educator account. You have unlimited access to grids. So I'm going to add a new grid and I'm going to title this one Test 000. All right, and we're going to use the school email domain because most schools have Microsoft or Google emails. Now you can customize your flip code, and so I'm going to call this one test 000, and let's see if I put 3 zeros in the beginning, if that will help as well. And it looks like it is available. So I'm going to click next. Now this is where you would enter in your student's email domain. The domain is everything after the @ sign, and you can add in multiple email domains. This will gain your students access to the grid once you share that flip code with them. All right, so our grid is ready. We're going to our grid, and now we get to add a topic. So I'm going to add in a topic, Flipgrid Fun. I can change my recording time anywhere from 15 seconds all the way to 10 minutes and add in a fun prompt. Share a way that you can use Flipgrid for learning. All right, so there's our prompt for the day. We can add in a topic focus where we either record a video for our students or upload one, find one on YouTube or Vimeo, add an image or a Giphy or an emoji. So I'm just going to maybe find a Giphy. I'll just type in fun and see what comes up. And so we'll take this first one. And now our topic is created and we're all set. So now we share with our students. I do recommend sharing the grid code itself because once the students know that code, they'll be able to access any topic that you create inside of that grid. So we're going to view this as the student. We're going to log in and verify that we are a member of that group, that domain that the teacher has added. And now I have access to the grid. So this is what the grid looks like. And here are the topics that are available. Now, when students go in, they do have some accessibility features with the immersive reader where they can click on that blue book and the immersive reader will appear. Students will be able to change the size of the text. They can also change the font of the text or even the color of the text. They can turn on syllabication or parts of speech or even change the entire language of the text. Okay, so if I want to translate it to Polish, I can do it by the document, and here is my prompt, but now in Polish. Okay, so when students finish using immersive reader, they just go back to that topic, and now they can start adding their voice to Flipgrid. So our camera is enabled now. The students basically just click this record button to record their voice. Now, as they are recording, they can see the topic if they wish. They can access that, or even sticky notes for them to put in some ideas for them to use Flipgrid. So maybe I want to mention how to use emojis in my video. So this serves as a reminder. Students can use filters such as warm and cool, or even go in pixel mode and utilize text to share. Okay. So I'm just going to type in some text for my video, and I can move that around my screen, and you see that it is recording. I can also add in emojis. So I'm just going to find the fun party emoji, and we can move this around as well. You can make these larger if you need to. And then there's also drawing. So if you want your students to write out certain things, maybe they're completing math problems, this is a great way to make students thinking visible. So if you need a whiteboard, we do have a whiteboard and blackboard option when you click here to change what your video looks like. You also can even add in a custom photo sticker from your native device. So definitely find great use for this. I'm just going to add in the Flipgrid circle because this is where all the fun happens, right on Flipgrid. So check that out. Then we're going to click next and take the selfie. So one quick snap. And once again, if students wanted to use any of these features inside of Flipgrid, they definitely can. So I'm just going to add a hat to my selfie image. There we go. And then click next. And now my voice is on the grid. Okay, I can add in some titles if I need to. Let's just type in Flipgrid is fun again. And I'm going to link in the Flipgrid website. Now my video is on the grid. I have the option to download my own video or my own selfie as a student. But here's my video on the grid. Now when other students access this, they have the option to reply to that other student. So you can keep that conversation going. Students can also change the playback speed, okay? And you can do the same thing as an educator as you're watching the videos. So those are some features that are available. Now back on your educator admin side, you will also see that student video. Now, if you click on the student video as an educator, you can actually give that student feedback. So you can score them if you've created a rubric, or type in feedback for your students. So I'm just going to type in great job. And you can copy this email link or email it to the student, but students will always be able to access their feedback at my Flipgrid, which is my.flipgrid.com. So I want to leave you with a few resources. At the very top, you will see a resource, a PDF for remote learning. Inside of this PDF, you will get quick tips on how to get started and some ideas, as well as a wealth of resources available to you. In the top right-hand corner, you'll also see our brand new activity center. Here you will find topics broken down by age level that any family or educator can quickly use to engage learners. So definitely check these out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. on Twitter. Here's my Twitter handle. I can't wait to see what you create, and I'll see you on the grid.